Genre. Genre is a term in sociolinguistics, discourse analysis, and stylistics. And by that I mean literary stylistics. It is a term well established in artistic and literary criticism for a category of literary composition. So you have a poetry genre of poetry, you have a genre of detective story, etc. I haven't seen much about genre in linguistics, but it is useful, if not important, to briefly look at the word genre. In a broader sense, the word genre also refers to any formally distinguishable variety that has achieved a level of gender recognition in writing or speech. For example, commercial advertising could be a genre, jokes could be a genre, sermons could be a genre. What genre does is impose identifiable characteristics on language use in relation to the subject matter and level of formality. A genre may be divided into subgenres. So what you do is you have a particular topic with a certain level of formality. Now you create your sub-language and you call it genre in the same way that you do with register, as I explained in the previous video. But what you do is you're not focused on the setting or situation. It's more about the subject matter and level of formality. Although genre was originally used in literary studies for the analysis and classification of literary text types, the use of the term has been extended to the analysis of non-literary language types. Aristotle, in his Poetics, defines the word genre as a kind of language. For example, it refers to tragedy, comedy, and epic as different genres. Bakhtin applies the term genre to the analysis of a spoken language, which is where it becomes interesting and relevant to linguistics. According to Bakhtin, language is realized in the form of individual concrete utterances. We have oral, written, or signed language, which the participants produce in different domains of human activity. These utterances are directed towards specific goals, which is reflected in their thematic content and linguistic style, defined by selection of lexical and grammatical resources, and their compositional structure. This would create a situation in which stable utterance types are made possible, which Bakhtin calls speech genres. So Bakhtin is he's a very precise literary scholar, and his ideas have influenced linguistics. Genre has similarities with register in the sense that it includes description of the purpose of the sublanguage or the situational context of a text variety, but its linguistic analysis contrasts with the register by focusing on the conventional structures. So it's more focused on structure and the composition, the texture of the text, Genre is basically a text type. It is marked by pervasive features. It may even be defined strongly by certain genre markers in the beginning or at the end of the text. For example, in the service industry, when you call someone and you want to receive certain, like customer service, for example, they might use language such as, "Can I help you? Can I help who is next?" Or, "What can I do for you?" This particular string of words is a kind of genre marker. It's the genre of the service encounter that is marked by certain words, phrases, or sentences, which are called genre markers. So the expression "can I help you" occurs only once in a service encounter and predictably at the beginning and often right after the greeting. It can therefore be considered as a genre marker. In rhetoric, the term genre has often been used in lieu of register. In the same way that some people have used register and style interchangeably, some other scholars have used register and genre interchangeably in rhetoric. However, in literary studies, genres often refer to language varieties with medium generalities, such as examples of genre are novels, essays, and letters. In certain other theoretical frameworks, such as Halliday's systemic functional framework, the distinction between register and genre is the different levels of abstraction. Genre is defined more by the text itself than the relationship between the text and a situation or setting, But register, like style, is also associated with the level of formality. Genre, in this sense, is just a language type. But again, register is also a language type. I generally associate genre with literary text types. Basically, at some point, some people might use the word genre instead of register and write a book and make it seem more interesting than it could potentially be if you just use the word register.